This is our 8th officer shot in the line of duty, trying to do their jobs. That's all they're trying to do, and they're suffering under gunfire.
Breaking news right now, a suspect who is believed to have shot 2 St. Louis police officers is barricaded inside a home in South St. Louis. You are looking live at the scene right now. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday night. I'm Chris Nagus. Police say they are negotiating with the suspect at this hour. One of those officers is in critical condition. News 4's Ray Preston arrived on the scene shortly after the shooting. Tonight, he is live at St. Louis University Hospital. Ray, what's the latest tonight?
Well, just a few moments ago, Michelle Woodling, Officer Woodling, Public Information Officer with the City of St. Louis Police Department, came here across the street from the emergency room and told us that the officer is still in surgery at this hour. Let me go ahead and step out of the way. You might be able to see there's still a few more officers up there right outside the emergency room, but it has been a vigil, if you will, outside the emergency room earlier, just within the half hour or so ago. There were 40 or more officers who have been here throughout pretty much the entire evening. Again, they holding something of a vigil. The chief, though, says that the officer who is in surgery right now is in very critical condition. Now, we do want to show you a live picture of the scene just about 1.5 miles down South Grand from where we are standing. There is a standoff going on at this hour with the suspect who is believed to have shot the 2 officers. Police say just before 6 o'clock tonight, the officers were responding to a shooting call near Hartford and Grand, that's just south of Tower Grove Park. They say that is when the suspect shot the first officer who was responding. Now, we do have some video from just after 6 o'clock as officers were still arriving at the scene. Additional ambulances were pulling up as well. Members of the SWAT team were on scene also. The area around the neighborhood has been cordoned off. South Grand right now is blocked off. The first officer, the one who was here at SLU, was shot in the head. A second officer who arrived on the scene shortly after was wounded in the leg. We understand he has been taken to Barnes Jewish Hospital. We do not have a condition report on that officer. Now, these 2 officers are the 7th and 8th St. Louis City police officers who have been wounded since June 1st.
Our officers have been going through a lot this summer, as you know. We've had a surge in violence. We've had a lot of other activity that we've done. And these officers, all they're trying to do is do their job and try to help a person that's wounded. And they come under gunfire themselves. And the officers, the brave officers that assisted them, brought the officers to this hospital.
Now, the suspect in the shooting, again, that is holed up in a house, we understand it's in the 3700 block of Hartford. We're told it is not his house. The suspect ran into the house, and we're told that there was a couple in the house. They either escaped or were ordered out of the house at gunpoint. It is not clear at this point. A couple things we know about these officers. We're told they're both in their late 20s, 25 to 30 years old. The one officer who was wounded in the head has about 3.5 years of experience with the police department. The other is said to have been on the department less than a year. Now, about a half hour ago or so, the chief did come out. Looked like he was addressing the officers who were here outside the ER. At that point, they bowed their head. There was a silent prayer led by another officer, we're told, and then the group started to disperse for the night and slowly drift away. But again, there still are, I can see a couple of the officers up there, and this vigil does continue. Chris, let's go back to you right now.